Hey guys, it's Wolverine here, back in with another review, and today we're having a look at the Marvel Legends Riders Wolverine. Let's get into it. Alrighty guys, now as I said before, today we're having a look at Wolverine. He is part of the recently released wave of Marvel Legends Riders. I guess I shouldn't say wave because I think he's his own thing, much like Wolverine himself is kind of a loner. But you know what I mean. He'll probably be in a case with Black Widow or Ghost Rider, whoever. Um, all I know is that there was no Professor X in his hover chair. Should probably get on that just to appease all the X-Men people, but I'm not a big X-Men person. I'm just gonna say that right now. I never understood it, but ironically, the thing I get early is X-Men related. So, yeah, what do I mean when I say early? Well, I think I'm the only one on the planet who owns this thing. Out of a sheer stroke of luck, I don't know if I even deserve any Toy Karma, or had any Toy Karma built up before purchasing this. I can't even say it. Toy Karma. I'm so giddy because I don't get anything first. I never do. I live in the middle of nowhere. But walking to GameStop, there it is, 45 bucks. Take my money. So, yeah, we'll talk about that during the final thoughts. But with that being said, I'm going to shut up and we're just going to get right into it, starting off with Wolverine's accessories. So, in the way of Logan's accessories, he does come with two different sets of hands. One set with the claws out in a fist, and then the other kind of a gripping motion there, so he can hold on to the handlebars. I think it would have been cool if you could put the claws in the grip hands, but I don't know if he'd necessarily be doing that driving. But it is a thought. And he also comes with the patch head sculpt. And that's pretty cool. It's got the eye patch there. It's the name patch. I really like the hair on this head sculpt. I wish this is what they've been using, but it's not. I don't know if it's a separate piece and you can unglue it, put it on one of the other ones, but definitely a nice head sculpt. The one I have on him right now is essentially the normal Logan head, but it's gritting his teeth. I'm not disliking this fully, but I'm not liking it fully. I kind of torn whether or not I really like it or not. But you can pop that off pretty easily, actually. Neck hinge is really stiff on this dude, by the way. There we go. And you can put the patch head on. It's got the standard articulation. It does look up, I think, a little bit less than the other head, but it does fit on there. So with that being said, let's move on to Wolverine's articulation. So in the way of Wolverine's articulation here, it's pretty much the old man Logan, the same type of stuff. He's got the hinge in the head, or hinge in the neck, I should say, ball joint in the head. They pop off kind of easily, though. Or I'm just not snapping it on tight enough. But this one, anyways, likes to pop off, so careful with that. His shoulders will move out about that far. Probably about 90, I would say. If I was to give you a rough estimate there. They do rotate. He's got a bicep swivel, double jointed elbow. About that much. I'm guessing the arms are shared with the regular Wolverine. The hands, both pairs, they have the hinge in and out in the rotation. His ab crunch moves forward 2 clicks, back 1, and he's got a waist swivel. The legs appear to be the same as the Old Man Logan. At least I think they are. I think they cast them in a special type of plastic, kind of like Jessica Jones. So they look like jeans. The t-shirt, or the wife beater here, this upper torso is new. Maybe the lower torso as well. Maybe not. I'm not sure. No, that might be the same as the regular Wolverine. But the upper torso, the head, these hands may be new, but they may be shared. And that's about it for new parts. It's just the upper torso and the heads. Maybe the hands. His hips will move forward, back, out, back in, thigh cut, double joint at the knee. He's got a swivel at the foot there, the bottom of the pant leg, and a hinge, and a rocker joint. So, standard stuff. I mean, he does have the superior foot articulation, at least in my eyes, compared to most figures. But, yeah, I'd say overall, not too shabby, but pretty standard compared to today's Marvel Legends figures. So, yeah. But with that being said, let's move on to the reason you all came here. Actually, probably came for the whole review, but regardless, we're going to look at the bike next. And there she is in all of her blue glory. I mean, literally, the only color on this thing. Outside of the grays and the silvers and the tire. Okay, you know what I mean. Still has the screw holes. I wish they could plug those. It does have the holes in the back of the pipes, like the Ghost Rider one. We'll do a quick comparison to that in a minute here, but definitely a little bit more bare bones to the Ghost Rider one. Now these saddlebags, they do peg in. I don't know if you can see that, but there's a rectangular peg that sticks out right in there, and the left saddlebag will peg into that and keep these things from falling off. The right one just kind of hangs out, but yeah, I kind of wished they had maybe integrated these pegs here to hold these on, but it's neither here nor there, I guess. The front does rotate still. The handlebars were separate, so you had to peg those in. But again, this is just the Ghost Rider bike, just in a more bare bones state. You could probably even use this for a powered down version of the Ghost Rider bike. It just doesn't have that blue stripe on the side. If that doesn't bother you, then by all means. It's got a kickstand that works. I mean, it'd be stupid to give it one that didn't work, but it's got one that works. And, yeah, that's really it for the bike. There's not a whole lot going on with it. It's not like the Ghost Rider one where it had the flame effects. But, yeah, and you saw him riding it in the beginning, so you'll see him riding it again here in just a moment. But, with that being said, time to move on to some size comparisons. And here is Wolverine next to the standard size comparisons, at least on this channel, Deadpool and Spider-Man. I'd say it scales pretty well with these two. I'll just wheel this bike in quick so you get an idea for that. But it's the same as Ghost Rider, so it's about the same. Scale-wise, about the same. It is the same. But with that being said, let's do some comparisons to some of Hasbro's other Wolverine figures. And luckily I didn't get stabbed, but here is the new Wolverine next to Hasbro's other Wolverines. The Toy Biz carded style one on the left, and the Old Man Logan on the right. And then for kicks and giggles, there's X-23. I'll probably do a comparison with the new Wolverine costume X-23 when she comes out. No, I don't have it. Don't bug me. So, I was actually tinkering with these guys earlier, and you guys will be happy to know that you can swap the head and hands with these two for the most part. I'll show you that real quick here. And there you go. There is what they look like with the parts interchanged. I'd say these two collaborate a little better.
The head seemed to fit on the ball joints a little better. Patch head, the hole seems a little bit on the small side, but the hands do fit. So if you wanted to, you could pop the Old Man Logan head on that and have that version riding the bike. But I do believe Patch sported this outfit at one point. So yeah, but with that being said, one last comparison, and you probably already know what it is. And before we get on to that, I just wanted to show you guys Patch in the or on the Old Man Logan body riding the bike. It's a little tricky to get them on there, only because the arms don't have as much movement. They don't move in as far, so they're more spread out, which means they have less range to grip the handlebars. But you can get them to fit on there if you fiddle with it. The head does not stay on the ball peg, but it's tight, so it will hold a pose. Basically what I mean is you rotate it, it pops off. However, the Old Man Logan head on the new figure is a 100% no-no. You can just pop it right off with no effort. So it's more or less just sitting there. If you're going to do a picture or something, yeah, go ahead, but don't expect it to stay on there. But with that being said, now we'll move on to that last comparison I was talking about. And, of course, here is a Wolverine next to Ghost Rider, the only other rider I have from Hasbro anyways. I got some of the older Toy Biz figures with a bike, but that's besides the point. Yeah, I do like Ghost Rider a lot more, but, again, he's my favorite character, and overall you do get a lot more bang for your buck there. I will say, though, the paint on the Wolverine one is a little bit nicer, a little bit more clean on the line work and all that jazz, so I'd say these two are definitely the best two of the three. Depending on personal preference, you may like Ghost Rider more than Wolverine, or you may like Wolverine more than Ghost Rider, but at the end of the day, they're both better than Black Widow, and that's really all that matters here. So, with that being said, let's move on to final thoughts. Alrighty, guys, so wrapping up with final thoughts, I quite like this set. Is it worth the GameStop / $50 price tag? If you want it, absolutely. I think you're definitely getting your money's worth here, which is odd because I said the opposite about the Dewback a couple weeks ago from the Black Series. But here, I don't know. I think, aside from the fact that it's early as heck for this thing to be out, because I don't even know if it's supposed to be out, that and on top of the fact that I like the people who work at GameStop, they help me out finding stuff. I think that warranted my purchase of this figure, well, set, I should say, without question. That and I'm not paying full price for the Black Widow one, at most maybe $25. So you got that. But yeah, overall I really do like it. I wish there was a little bit more going on, maybe some different handlebars, maybe a little less gloss on the torso and the face, at least for the skin there, because it does come off a little bit too shiny, but other than that, really nothing going on. I'm not crazy about that head sculpt he's sporting right now, but it'll probably grow on me. It's better than just having the same mutual one we've been getting for a while, right? But with that being said, if I was going to rate this guy, I'd probably give him between an 8 to 10, maybe a 9, probably a 9. I'd say he is worth the $40 to $50 like the Ghost Rider was, although I still stand by it. I think the Ghost Rider is the best one in this line so far. You get a lot of plastic in that thing, and that's a plus. So, but you do get a lot in this one too. So, with that being said, hope you enjoyed this review. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. And until next time, I will catch you guys later.